What would you do if someone told you to go back to where you came from? That's exactly what happened in London during a heated clash between British Patriots and a group of masked men.
Let's pray. Why don't you go back to where you came from, eh? Leave these fellas alone, they got work to do.
Who you fucking
I'm talking to you.
But this wasn't just an argument. It was a moment that revealed the deep tensions simmering in the UK. Stay with us as we unravel this explosive encounter that has everyone talking.
Go back to where you came from, sunshine. You have no business in this country. And you have no business here.
In my opinion, this wasn't just a rally or a random argument on the streets of London. It was a sign of something much bigger. The struggles and fears brewing in the UK today. British patriots felt their values and traditions were being challenged, while the masked men felt excluded and targeted. The clash between them could have ended in disaster, and it makes you wonder, how much longer can these tensions build before they explode? It all began when British patriots were holding a peaceful rally. Suddenly, a group of masked men appeared, their presence impossible to ignore. The crowd grew tense as the masked men hurled aggressive chants. Eyewitnesses recall the scene vividly. The patriots tried to keep their calm, but the masked group wasn't backing down.
Why don't you fuck off?
Let's go, man.
Go back to where you came from, London, mate.
The crowd watched in shock as one patriot, feeling cornered, stood his ground. His voice echoed, "Go back to where you came from." He wasn't just defending himself physically, he was defending what he believed his country stood for. This wasn't the first time words like these had been spoken in the UK. Over the years, phrases like, "Go back to where you came from" have sparked fierce debates. Some see them as a defense of national identity. Others view them as deeply hurtful and divisive. But in that moment, the patriot felt it was the only way to push back against what he saw as a direct threat.
Fucking London. Anglo-Saxon English.
Fuck the London.
So fuck off back to where you came from.
In my opinion, this wasn't just about one man defending himself. It was about years of frustration and fear boiling over. Both sides felt threatened, and instead of finding common ground, they lashed out. But why are these tensions rising now? And what does this mean for the future of the UK? In my opinion, the UK is at a tipping point. Groups like the British Patriots feel like their culture and traditions are under attack, while others argue that the country's diversity is its strength. These opposing views are pulling the nation apart, and incidents like this clash in London are becoming all too common. If we don't address these issues soon, the divisions could grow deeper and more dangerous. For the British Patriots, this wasn't just a rally, it was a stand for their country. Many believe they're losing control over who gets to call Britain home, and they blame multiculturalism for diluting traditional values. For them, the masked men symbolized everything they felt was wrong, a challenge to their beliefs, their identity, and their sense of security.
You have no business here with a mask. No, you don't. Fuck off. Don't touch me at all. I'll break.
On the other side, the masked men likely felt they were defending themselves. In their eyes, the rally wasn't about patriotism, it was about exclusion and rejection. Their chants and aggressive behavior may have been their way of saying, "We belong here too." In the heat of the moment, understanding and dialogue were the last things on anyone's mind. Instead, emotions took over, and the clash became a spectacle that the media couldn't resist. What role does the media play in fueling these clashes? And can we ever find common ground? I think the media often makes these situations worse. Sensational headlines grab attention, but oversimplify the real issues. British patriots are labeled as angry nationalists, and the masked men are painted as violent extremists. This framing fuels division and leaves little room for understanding or solutions. Social media amplifies these tensions even further. Posts go viral, each side sharing content that supports their beliefs and ignoring anything that challenges them. Echo chambers grow louder, and the chance for real understanding becomes slimmer. In the end, everyone's talking, but no one's really listening. Yet, some believe there's hope. Community leaders and activists argue that dialogue is the only way forward. By sitting down and talking, by sharing experiences and fears, maybe, just maybe, we can start to bridge the gap. So, what can we learn from this clash in London? At its heart, it's a story about belonging, about who gets to call a place home and how we navigate our differences. In my opinion, if we continue to let fear and anger guide us, we'll only grow further apart. But if we choose to listen, to understand, and to find common ground, there's hope for a more united future. What do you think? A country as diverse as the UK ever truly come together, or are divisions like these here to stay? Please let us know in the comments.